if I recall correctly, and chances are I don't, uh, you said a few days ago that Cole would get some more imaging or at least another evaluation Tuesday, which I guess is yesterday. How did he do there, and have you got a better sense of when he can get back on the court and begin to ramp things up?
Yeah, I mean, so he's not. He was on the court yesterday for the first time, just doing some light shooting, and he's still going to be. He's got quite a way. Not. I mean, let's put it this way: it's more than days. It's weeks before. And I shouldn't even. I don't know exactly, but he's not that close. Is the feedback.
Christos Saltis, Sport DNA Greece.
Hello, Coach. How are you?
Good.
Great. I would like to ask you, what do you expect to see from your players tomorrow against the Knicks, and how important is to set the tone on defense against players like Julius Randle, Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett?
Oh, no, I mean, that was really a lot of what we did today. Today has been a little bit unique for this year in that, we had 2 days to spend in between games. And, we did a lot of our basic principles, but we also got into the beginnings of what will be the game plan. And so we did some Randall defense today. And we talked about some of their other guys too. So it'll, hopefully that will, we've had 2 good days, I feel, and we made some progress, and hopefully we'll play better tomorrow night.
Philip Rossman Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Hey, Coach, you've talked about how this group is a prideful group. They want to win. How much do you talk about where you guys are at in the playoff race, or how do you approach that, knowing that you have so much ground to make up?
Oh, I do it quite a bit. Show them that, I go back and show them the last 2 years, what we've done as the season goes on. The other day I put the standings up there. I mean, I don't do it every day, but I think it's important. I mean, we're actually, if you really look at it, we have teams we have to leapfrog, but we have 13 wins. I believe right now Indiana would be 10th, right? I think, with 17 wins. So it's really not a lot of games to make up. I mean, I showed them the other day, the first year we were here, I believe this is right, we were 11 games under 500 with 31 to play. And we were 5 or 5.5 out. So the biggest thing to me is what our guys have always done a good job of is they've always committed to getting better. And that's how, that's what the good teams do. You got to play better and better as the season goes on. And again, their attitudes in these 2 days of practice have been very good. And hopefully, like I said, that'll lead to better play or more sustained play, tomorrow night.
Back to Josh Robbins.
Steve, if I recall correctly, you've said you don't enjoy coaching against your good teams led by your good friends. Does that, and obviously tomorrow qualifies, does that level of anguish diminish the more often you do that down the line? Because this is obviously tomorrow will not be the first time you coach a team against a team coached against by Tom.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a different thing because, I mean, I would say, I mean, as much as anybody, I mean, he took me under his wing, when I was with the Knicks. I mean, he taught me how to watch film, how to take notes. He helped me learn how to scout. My first year there, I was an advanced scout, and I had no experience in the NBA. And he took a lot of time of just helping me, taught me how to work out players. He taught me a lot about player development. And so obviously, I mean, you guys know, I mean, he's one of my closest friends. And so I think, anytime, him, Stan, Steven, I mean, it's a different dynamic, and it's, it's not fun.
Philip Rossman Reich.
going back to Cole a bit, I mean, obviously the season's a little bit different and there's a lot of things that maybe keep you from working with him, but have you done some of the same things that you did with Mo in the past when he was unable to play to kind of keep him fresh and help him learn the league, and what challenges are in place this year that maybe weren't in previous years?
Yeah, I think we've done some of that. And actually, I just had a long meeting with him 2 days ago to, try to do more of that in this next, stretch. One of the things that's happened with him is, it was a significant injury. He's doing a ton of rehab. And then the other part is we're playing so often. But, I mean, if you look at it, is, his numbers in terms of just playing efficiently were getting better and better. And his defense was also improving, I felt like, night in and night out. And he's very coachable. He has a real passion for competing and for the sport. And, the hardest thing about, I think, injuries with anybody, but particularly with younger players where they're still developing, is that's what it takes away from is their development, so he was getting a good opportunity to play big minutes, playing against starters. It was a great learning experience for him. And that's what we talked about, is getting him to the point in this next period of time until he comes back where he can hit this, running as much as possible.
Go ahead, Josh.
Steve, obviously the goal is to win, and Chuma is going to work for that. But what is your message to him as to some of the areas that he should be striving to improve in for the rest of the season?
Well, I actually spoke with him yesterday, just more about the details, which I think will be a big strength of his as we go along in this. Going from, again, I mean, even the highest level. I mean, he played on a great college team to the NBA. One of the biggest, it's the defense is always, when you talk to players, it's the defense is the part that's harder because of nothing to do with the coaching, because the players are so exceptional. And the pick and roll game, the pick and roll game, and especially with all the different things that guys do now offensively in a pick and roll, is a bear. And there's things that you have to do defensively, and have to have plan A and plan B that you just don't have to do in a college game. And those things are hard to learn, and he's doing a good job with that. But I think he can be an absolute expert on all phases of a team game, which is critical to being a good player.
Roy Perry, Orlando Sentinel.
Steve, just curious to know how Evan and Aaron came through practice today. What were they able to do? How do they look maybe for tomorrow night?
I think they both feel fine. We'll know more tomorrow. I think it's just, again, well, maybe I shouldn't say fine. Maybe, whatever. I mean, whatever, they got through it. You know what I mean? And so we'll see how they feel tomorrow, and we'll do the walkthrough in New York, and then see how they feel before the game. But they're definitely both making strides.
All right. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you.